Hi Taurus, welcome into a mid-October 2024 general tarot reading. Hope you're doing well out there. It does feel like a peaceful but hard-working period for you the remainder of the month. I feel as if you are going to be giving off a light in the remainder of October that really is significant and is benefiting you and other people. Situations that you choose to or just have to be applying yourself towards, intertwined with. And achieving in the midst of which it feels like you're going to be feeling brighter than you have been recently, but peaceful all the meanwhile. Now, with that said and done, I do want to continue your reading, the beginning stages of which with the Halloween Tarot, naturally because it is spooky season and Halloween is right around the corner. For Taurus, that one plops out quite quickly. The Apple card, Risk and Renewal. Interesting, didn't mean to say that. Risk and reward. I do feel as if temptation is definitely present, presenting itself to you. People are, whether it's in your physical reality and or spirit, pushing you towards temptation, and you need to be honest with yourself. Okay, some of which drawn to the reading have been overdoing it when it comes to temptation in one, if not a couple of different forms, ways, but we are moving on to the Scrying card, Intuition. In the last attempt, and this is the third attempt, so the number 3 is significant for you, I got the High Priestess. And so I feel as if this is going to be a very intuitively strong period for you, where you may as well find it's a very spiritual time where you're utilizing these gifts, these powers, these superpowers to assist yourself and your world in the right direction. I wouldn't be surprised if you even feel guided to continue to, or start to more so, or in general, help people utilizing whatever it ends up being for you. At the very least, your intuition. But I do as well feel, on a slight negative note, there's a heavy energy, if not a couple heavy energies surrounding you at certain points. This, again, could be both a spiritual entity, person, soul, if you will. And I don't want to limit it to say just in one situation, because it feels like somebody has a spirit around them in one situation prominently that's quite heavy and maybe annoying. But then I also feel in another situation in your life, there's one, if not two people in your physical reality in that situation that have heavy energy for one, if not multiple reasons. But the Owl card, this as well came out in the last attempt. Feeling like this is how people are viewing you as a wise owl. Don't be surprised when you see images of owls potentially coming through differently for you, straight from the spiritual realm. But as well, I feel, and this came up in Libra's mid-month reading as well, with the eyes very much coming through. Theirs was through the cat card, the black cat card. You're going to be feeling, watched over, but paid attention to quite closely, even at certain points less common, but in a negative sense. Does that make sense to you? Come through correctly? Like, for example, you are going to be feeling watched over, protected by spirit, but then you're also going to be feeling watched by a boss figure, an authority figure, maybe even some naysayers online for a select a group of Tauruses drawn to the reading. Do you know what I'm saying? But then there's a lot of positive noticing, attention once again, all right? Definitely outweighing, and in your mind, your awareness and whatnot, it should be outweighing any negativity flowing towards you or just within your world in the remainder of October due to certain negative souls or just moody souls watching you, okay? But the Strength card is the 4th one on the board. I really feel as if you're going to be feeling a renewal of strength. I mean, if it was this attempt, I definitely said risk and renewal. But either way, I feel you're going to be needing to regain your strength at certain points realistically. And this will come to be quite naturally, all right? It's as if you're utilizing experiences, your intuition, quite effortlessly, at times not even realizing you're doing so, just being something that you feel and then feel you need to, create for yourself, and then it just happens. but it's a time where vulnerability is paying off if we didn't say it in this attempt already. You have to understand there were a ton of messages in the other two 7 minutes or so of, each attempt for the reading. And so I am, forgetting what hasn't been said in this attempt. Anyways, but before we move on to the tarot, I feel as if there may need to be a true focus on you reducing, removing burden from your life that is within your control, within your grasp at this time. And it may go back to temptation, but I'm being shown the Four of Cups and the Four of Pentacles. Where can you tighten up? Where can you adjust, adapt, and utilize whatever controls you have at this time, whatever control rather, and reduce burden, okay? But we're moving on to the Five of Swords and the Knight of Cups. It feels like there's stress around you, maybe a little bit that you're carrying due to what life has been putting you through in certain ways, but it feels for the most part, for the majority drawn to the reading, this is talking about emotional souls around you, okay, that maybe you have to work with, live with, could even be spiritual once again. But it does feel like a time for you where the number 615 is relevant, 615. You may as well find, separating the Knight of Cups from the Five of Swords, there may be a focus coming to be straight from spirit when it comes to the potential of love, whether it's a potential of a connection that already exists within your world, and how that's meant to develop moving forward and increase in romance, love, appreciation, and whatnot. But it may as well be for the singles, the potential of certain different connections, or one in particular, to see where things go, to see if there's chemistry, to see if they would be the right fit for you. And they're saying this is one of those moments where you simply need to trust your intuition in comparison to times rewinding back when you didn't and wasted your time, or maybe got yourself into a sticky situation or two. Okay. What else do we have for Taurus? You're going to be getting to know yourself better. And I feel like this keeps coming up in Taurus general readings, but the changes within and outside of you are definitely feeling continued per usual. And so therefore you're getting to know yourself a bit better. And maybe even discovering a new way, or maybe re-implementing a way from the past that you don't use anymore to express yourself. All right. The almost the Six of Swords, the Six of Wands, because it's a time of rewards. Okay. It's a time of victory. It feels like you're being loved and appreciated, both in a platonic way and maybe even otherwise. But I do feel as if you can't help but feel people want you to succeed. All right. I'm not saying everybody. That's not realistic. Not everybody has good intentions. And I wouldn't be surprised if there's a snake or two in your midst. And it doesn't limit to just one situation for some drawn to the reading. But people want you to succeed. For some of which, like myself, it's definitely within, intertwined with stemming from an online platform or two. Your presence in that, in the spotlight, right? In the limelight. And again, vulnerability paying off. But I do feel as if for some, this is more in the work environment. It could be family, friends, your significant other. There's a sense of people definitely wanting you to succeed once again. And they're saying, how badly do you want to succeed? Are you at times hopping online to post, or recording to do so, or going into your job for the right reasons? Is it just for financial gain? Is it just for fame? Or is there something else about what you do that you need to be more so, or just simply reconnect to in order to gain better results? Okay. It's, for example, if I at times do forget about my main purpose when it comes to this channel, this business, is to reach out to people, to help people, right? Rewinding back, I said, 5 times in a row, I think it was, or 4 times, to my mom about, I just want to help people. I just want to help people, right? And I repeated that several times when I was trying to figure out what to do with my life, as far as my career and work and whatnot. And then I went through a spiritual awakening shortly after that, about, I want to say a month after. And then I taught myself how to read tarot. So it's something like that for a lot drawn to the reading. You need to remember the true base reasoning as to why you do what you do. Okay. I just saw the word forgiveness. But I'm also being drawn to the word fortune. So fortune and forgiveness. What else do we have? Every day is a new day is what I'm getting. Every day is a brand new day, a brand new chance or set of chances to do things differently, to improve, to succeed more. You're going to be feeling a focus naturally on the spooky things in life, and that can absolutely tie into your spirituality. But it feels like looking forward, you're needing to know that this Eight of Swords, whatever this represents for you, limitation, restriction, difficulty, I'm hearing the phrase, I don't have enough. That's not going to be the case for you. But it's this feeling of maybe you're like myself where money does come in quite abundantly in, different forms, different chunks. But then I do like to spend money, and so it goes out quite quickly as well. Not to say a lot of which isn't necessary, but they're saying if you keep making that same choice over and over and you don't put enough aside, then what do you expect to happen, right? You're just going to be draining yourself of the abundance that you're earning and being gifted, along your path. And so that's just one example, but they're saying we have to live and we have to learn and then apply what we've learned and make changes and adjustments so that we don't feel a sense of this, hold it this way, a sense of this Eight of Swords in the upright, but more so in the reversal. Let's move on to a couple Making Magic cards. 1131, look up that number. The Awen 3 Rays of Light, balancing male and female energies, peace and harmony. There's a peace, but a light, a brightness about you. I cannot remember if I mentioned it, but you're going to be feeling brighter throughout this period. Okay, you're going to be feeling in the remainder of October as if you're just naturally benefiting from taking care of yourself and whatnot and succeeding, but giving off this light. Okay, you're a ray of sunshine when you choose to be, when you maybe feel you more so can be, or just naturally are. You're a light in this world, Taurus, and the remainder of October reminds that to people left and right. We have a lot on the board. Okay, look at this. The wisdom, true wisdom in making good life choices. All right, but as well, I feel there's going to be a huge focus on any other earth placements, of course, Taurus, and your fire placement or two. But the Trinket 5 card talking about how you're manifesting money and income, absolutely beautiful. When you feel randomly, when you feel intuitively as if you need to clean up, organize, just do so. Don't procrastinate. It does not feel like the time. And in other ways, when it comes to other aspects of your world, accomplishments and shifting and migrating, don't procrastinate. Get it out of the way, or maybe view it differently, right? That's going to benefit you greatly by thinking in the moment, I want to get this done. It's going to feel so good to have that weight off my shoulders, to accomplish it, to have a clean and tidy environment. And we don't need to go through how that can definitely affect you positively, having that clean and tidy environment. But yeah, Philosopher's Stone talking about powerful manifestation of wishes and goals by harnessing universal energy. Absolutely beautiful, my friend. So that's reminding you of the true manifester that lies within, the true magician that you are at this point along your path. And I feel it will more so be in the future. But it does feel like this card is coming through as you creating a better future for yourself, all right? Creating a better future for yourself, however that's looked at and experienced for you individually. But the last of these cards, you're going to be feeling healing coming to be. You might be someone like myself who actually does have healing energy. But as I lose my breath a bit, I want to pull a couple of these Everyday Witch Tarot just to go with the theme. But we're moving on to another strength card, the Three of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands. This all reiterates what we've been saying about you being a strong character, okay, in your main character in your life, a strong soul, a healing one at that, a strong, passionate voice in this world, a passionate presence, right? A light once again who's being noticed, okay? So this is truly helpful. I am sending you so much love and light.